Good afternoon, Knicks Nation. I hope you're all enjoying this weekend and that you're all safe and healthy and your families are safe and healthy this weekend. Welcome to Vendemio and Raphael Knicks podcast. Rich, welcome to you. Miss Stevenson, Sifty Lee, Raj Chat 2, Miss Lumley, Ron Cohen, Deshaun Wilson. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to all of you again. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend wherever you are and that your family is safe and healthy is with you. Mark Jackson, Guilford McCormick, my brother, how are you doing? The only DM Dawson, Fuego, Fredo, Dutch Money 22. Welcome to all of you. So here we are right now. The Knicks are 48 and 26. 74 games into the season, 8 games left in the season. In their this is the last heavy road trip that they're going to have this year. They lost, as we know, to Charlotte last Thursday, and now the second game of the road trip goes to OKC today. It doesn't get any easier. So, yes, it's all right now. My camera is on, Shifty Lee. I see myself. I see y'all. I think it's your side, my brother. I think it's on your side. Something's wrong on your side. My camera appears to be on from where I'm sitting. So I'm sorry if you can't see right now. But yeah, I'm here. So as I was saying, so we have 8 games left. This is the second game of the 4-game road trip. At OKC, and of course, the good news is that Lou Dobbins, I ain't no gang man. I wear whatever the fuck, whatever colors I feel like wearing. Anyway, as I was saying, no man, the purple juice is for later. The game's at 7:30, and so we're going to eat. I'm taking my wife out as usual to eat at a restaurant today, and then later on we'll come back and I will have my grape juice. Yeah. Where was I? Before there was a Charlotte Hornets, the color blue did exist. I just wanted to let you know that. Oh man. Yeah, well, I mean, anybody that's just now figuring out that Stephen A. Smith is not a true Knicks fan, congratulations. Some of us have known this for 20 years. Okay? Some of us have known this for 20 years. He uses New York to get his own notoriety. Okay? That's all. He and a lot of people do, especially in the space of sports talk. A lot of people use the Knicks to get attention because Knicks Nation is a large class of individuals, and and we're ready to talk Knicks all the time. It's right. It's basically Knicks for clicks. And so Stephen A. Smith's been playing that game a long time, and he's gotten paid very well playing that game. Okay, a long time. Like the fake fan, and I demand this and I demand that, and if they don't do this, then they don't do that. That's been going on a while, so it's not anything new with him. It's a stick that he has that he's making good money on and continues to do it. What's up, my man, Superstar? What's up, Superstar? Did you get my email I sent back to you? Because I didn't get back. I didn't get you back at me. I got yours. I sent you something, and then I was waiting for your response to what you wanted to do. So let me know if you get Superstar. If you get that email I sent you back. So, yes, 8 games to go. We do not have Landry Shamet available today. We will, I'm pretty sure, I'm about 80% sure we're going to have Deuce McBride back today, which is huge because either Deuce or Shamet at this stage will boost the bench. When Shamet has to start and Deuce is not playing, it weakens the bench because, and I'm not trying to down Alvarado, but you have Alvarado and Jordan Clarkson, and they're just together not as effective as, say, Clarkson and Deuce or Clarkson and Shamet. Alvarado, obviously, we know he has his moments, he has his talents, but it weakens the bench a little bit. So to have Deuce back today, shout out HP Carlos, to have Deuce back today, and then we know that Clarkson came to play against Charlotte, but the rest just wouldn't let him play. That's the way I look at it. So, okay, so hopefully today he gets to play because he was really into it. He was getting up in people. They just weren't letting him play his game defensively, I'm speaking. So you get him with Deuce coming off the bench, and I think we're going to be in pretty good shape there, even though, OKC, top to bottom, one of the best teams in the NBA and defending champions. So it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. I will say, I don't think this game is going to, I don't want to say it that way, but I knew the Charlotte game was going to be tough because Charlotte is playing at a very high level. And they were sitting there waiting for the Knicks. And like I said, they were playing at a very high level. Oklahoma City, everybody knows, plays at a high level, but I think that we got another little bit of rest, and then getting Deuce back helps a lot with that, because we didn't have Shamet or Deuce Thursday against Charlotte. So we'll have Deuce, we'll have Jordan Clarkson, Mitchell Robinson, and Mo Diawara. That'll be your bench. You're going to have Alvarado as well, and he's going to get some minutes. Although I don't think, unless somebody is hurt, I don't think he's going to get rotation minutes today. I can see him getting 6 to 8 minutes today, and it depends on how ready Deuce is in terms of minutes. That's what we'll see today. The OKC is going to be tough. Okay, they just are. I don't know if Chet Holmgren playing today, because he was questionable. The last time I looked, he was questionable. I want to see if he's what they list him as today. Chet Holmgren is playing. He's not on the injury report, so Chet Holmgren is playing. So they're going to really have their full contingent today, and they are tough when they do. They are tough. So. All right, don't look at it that way, Richard. You ain't learned yet, my man. You can't look at it like that. This ain't college, bro. This ain't college. This is the league. On any given night, you might be playing the same team, and it's a different team. Okay, just because Boston beat OKC has nothing to do with this game today. Absolutely nothing. So no, don't look at it like if Boston beat them, no, it don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that. So we got to be ready for tonight's game. It's going to be a tough game. They're going to be a tough team, and we just got to be ready for this team. Of course, Richard Baptiste. We all want to get the win, but we don't want to start speaking silliness and then later start blaming the Knicks. And this is why I'm very defensive about the Knicks, because people make statements, and then the statements are off, and then they come back and blame the team for a stupid statement they made. Okay, that's why I'm always like on the lookout against that for the Knicks. So I'm just not happy. No. Boston's win against OKC has nothing to do with today's game. Somebody was trying to say something happened 20 years ago with some rookie, and it has nothing to do with today. Okay, nothing. See, some things are precedent, some things are not. Okay, Boston against OKC is not New York. And not only that, I think Boston beat OKC in Boston, right? Wasn't that at Boston at the TD Jakes Center they beat OKC the other day? I don't think that was in OKC. So that's a different situation altogether. Going down in the middle of nowhere to play, they're going Oklahoma City. Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. Yeah. So, hey, Lonnie, what's up, man? Hope you and sister doing good. Glad to see you. And Andrew Abraham, glad to see you. So It's going to be a tough game, yo. The good thing I said, if we get Deuce back, we're going to have Mitchell Robinson now. That's going to be a unit that we're all going to be looking forward to seeing in the playoffs. That is Deuce, Shamet, Mitchell Robinson. Okay, that's going to be a unit, and then you could add either Mo Diawara or Jordan Clarkson to that. That's going to be a hell of a fire unit. So today, to have Deuce with Mitch Rob and Mo and Clarkson, I want to see that, because OKC, to me, one of the things that made them champions last year is they had one of the best benches in the NBA, if not the best bench in the NBA. So the benches, to me, are key in the championship run. You got to have a strong bench. That's what, when Boston won the chip, they had Pritchard coming off the bench with Hauser and the guy that used to play for the Knicks that's now in San Antonio. I forgot his name, but they had a bench unit that was rough, man. And then, of course, they had a rough starter unit. So the bench is the key here. So, you want to have a strong bench. OKC has a very strong bench. The Knicks, when they have a fully healthy Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and Shamet, that's a strong bench. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm missing something here. Hold on. Corey Lindsey. Sorry, I'm not catching all of the comments. Somebody was in the hospital for 3 days, Corey Lindsey, and I didn't catch you. Sorry. Who was in the hospital? I didn't see that. Sometimes I'm missing it. So my apologies. Oh, your mother. Sorry to hear that, Corey Lindsey. Your mother was in the hospital for 3 days. Is she out the hospital now? Is she out now? Is she back home? And is she recovering? Oh, well, that's good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Sorry about the mom. I hope and pray that she's going to be fully recovered and she can, go on with her life, and you can go on and y'all can enjoy your mother. Yeah. Good afternoon, APAP. Coach Hauser. Good afternoon. What's up? So sister had to go to Virginia. Okay. Yes, man. So I love Virginia. I used to live there, so I've been there. I was in Virginia for more than 10 years. I lived in Virginia, so I liked Virginia a lot. Miss Virginia. I'm glad I'm in Florida, but most of my kids are still there. But yeah, I love Virginia, man. Especially Nova in the DMV. That's my spot right there. I liked actually living in Virginia more than living in New York when I was growing up. And that was the first place I could say that. I lived in a lot of places: Connecticut, New Hampshire, Florida. I lived in a lot of places. But when I went to Nova, I loved that place. It was beautiful, and I still miss it. And I like going there to visit my kids and see Knicks games against the Wizards. So it's beautiful. APAP, whatever. I like Dink too. If he's here, he's here. If he's not, right? It is what it is. Dink was talking about going back to college just a couple months ago. So I still don't know what Dink Pay is going to do. Is he going to go back to college? Is he going to come into the league? I don't know. He's definitely a prospect. There's no doubt. He's a great prospect, talented young man, 20 years old, going to be 21. So yeah, he very much, except Kumo D is more of I would say a 3-4, right? 2-3-4. And Dink is more of a point guard, 2-3 type guy. So they would really, to me, if you can have Dink Pate and Mo Diawara as your development part of your team, that's success right there. That's future success. So that's future success right there. Ariel Hukporti is decent. I'm not going to, think he's going to be anything more than a nice, solid NBA center, which is fine, but the expansion draft is going to be interesting. I'm thinking that the last guy the Knicks will hang on to is Diawara. They're going to let everybody else be available. The first 7 guys, which includes Mitchell Robinson and Deuce, and then the 8th guy will be Diawara. They're gonna, and of course, because Diawara is only 21 years old, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Those don't grow on trees the way he could play right now at the 51st pick. So, and be as cheap as he is. So yeah, I think they're gonna keep Diawara. Everybody else is gonna be available. And again, that doesn't mean they're gonna lose more. They're not gonna lose more than one player, I don't think, right? I think the expansion draft, everybody gets to pick one. So they're gonna lose one player. That's it. Guilford McCormick, I'm not sure what you mean when you say catch people off guard, because the whole league knows about the Knicks. It's only some people in Knicks Nation that don't understand what we have, but the league does know about the Knicks. Every team gets hyped to play the New York Knicks because the New York Knicks are a contender right now. So yeah, they're not going to be able to surprise anybody. Everybody knows what we got. So that's not going to be a surprise. Yeah. Seattle was always a great basketball city. Growing up, they won a title in '79. One of my favorite players at that time, one of my favorite players was on Seattle. They used to call him the Wizard. He was out of Mount Vernon, New York. His name was not Ray Williams, not Gus Williams. They called him the Wizard. He had a brother named Ray that played for the Knicks. They was out of Mount Vernon. Gus Williams went to USC and went to Seattle, and he was, to me, one of my favorite players, the Wizard. He went off in that finals against the Bullets. He went off, man. So, yeah, I liked him. And he was in the backcourt with a guy named Dennis Johnson, who ended up going to Phoenix eventually and then to the Celtics, as we know. But they was a bad player, man. There was a bad man right there. And so then, of course, this is way before Kevin Durant came. I really feel like if the Sonics stayed in business, and I really don't remember what the nuances was that caused them to move to Oklahoma City, but they drafted Kevin Durant first overall. If they'd have stayed in Seattle, I don't think he'd have ever left Seattle. I think he'd have stayed there. When I was in California, I've never been to Seattle, but I was in California, and a lot of cats that played street ball that I played street ball with when I visited California was from Seattle. And you could just tell the vibe was just different. Everybody was talking about Seattle, man. So it's always been a great basketball city. And you know, they got a lot of tradition there. So it's going to be good to have Seattle back. I was just sad that Seattle had to leave in the first place. You know, I didn't want them to have to leave the league, man, to go to Oklahoma City. I thought that was weird as hell, but I don't know what happened. And obviously, it had something to do with money, right? So, yeah, a lot of great players come out of the Seattle area. A lot of great players. Ooh, James Dobson. Did I read that right? Wow. Thank you, James Dobson. Man, you get the special. I don't even want to repeat what he just did. Y'all see it, though. Damn, James Dobson. Thank you very much. Wow, that is a record. I don't do it for that purpose. I don't do any of this for that. But wow, I'm humbled. I'm gonna say that. I'm just one of the few times you will catch Raw Hebrew speechless. Damn. Thank you, James Dobson. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, James Dobson. I greatly appreciate that. That's really tremendous. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, they would never put me in the Hall of Fame, man. I would probably chase it. You know, I would offend too many people. Yes, I'm saying, man. Oh, you knew Gus Williams, Wellflower? Because I met him. I met Gus Williams at a UMass game. This was like around 95. I couldn't believe it's like, because this is the dude I used to love, Gus Williams, man. I wanted to model my game after him. Yeah, I know. That's some great juice, right? Thank you, James Dobson. We greatly appreciate that, man. Man, that's tremendous. That I ain't never. That's a record for sure. I will tell you that right now. That's a record for sure. I don't see a cap problem, APAP. I think people are making a problem that doesn't exist. I don't see a cap problem. If the Knicks win the chip, the cap is the least of their concern. When a team is on the verge of winning a championship, they don't give a crap about the cap because the champion makes so much revenue off winning. That's why if you see Golden State right now, that new stadium that they got in San Francisco, right? That came off of winning them championships, and they went and they was paying big tax. Golden State was probably paying enough tax rep monies that was equal or greater than other teams' whole payroll, just in taxes. Okay, because they signed Clay, they had Stephen, we know, Draymond. They were signing dudes to big money, big money, and obviously it worked. And the way Leon has the Knicks structured right now, as I keep telling, I don't know why people don't get it, but when they went and got Cat, they already knew it was a 4-year window. The championship window was 4 years, we are now in year 2. That means they're prepared for anything as far as cap salary that has to happen in the 4-year period. Okay, so they're not worried about that for this 4 years. Now, after 4 years, you might see a whole bunch of changes. Okay, but for now, we're in year 2, and people calling for change don't understand that. The Knicks opened a window. When you want to win a chip, it's not 1 year. Okay, you open a window and you hope to win it in that window. So when the Celtics won their chip, they had already signed Jaylen Brown to, I think it was $300 million. Then they signed Tatum to $300 million. They opened the window. And then in that window, they went and got Kristaps Porzingis. They went and got Jrue Holiday. They went and got Derek White. Okay. And then they had drafted already. They had drafted, actually, when you look back, aside from Pritchard, the Celtics had Aaron Nesmith. They had Aaron Nesmith. They drafted him. Okay. What school was that? It was a school in Vanderbilt. They drafted him out of Vanderbilt, and they got Pritchard out of Oregon. They had a nice rookie class. They drafted this one kid. He was out of Indiana. They had a nice rookie class. And then the guys that survived was Pritchard. I was surprised at that. I didn't really think Pritchard was going to be a much. I really didn't. I thought he was too slow for the league to get his game off. I thought he was too slow for the league. I was wrong. Pritchard is nice, right? Obviously. But I thought Nesmith, he was going to be a find. I was surprised when Nesmith ends up on Indiana because I thought Nesmith coming out of Vanderbilt, tremendous shooter, big, strong body. I thought he had what it takes, to be something. And I thought he would be there where you see Pritchard now. But what I'm saying is they did all that and they had Pritchard on a rookie deal. And they had Nesmith on a rookie deal. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, so then they paying their 2 big guns, their wing stop, right? All this money. So they bring everybody in. So then when you got Kristaps, and this is how smart. What's that guy's name, man? The guy that's running the Celtics is smart as hell. They let Jack the Ripper walk because they got this guy that came from Indiana somewhere, and the boy is smart as hell. And he was coaching, and now he's in the front office. He is another Brad Stevens. He is just like the Oklahoma City guy, smart as hell. So what he did, I knew, and some didn't understand. That you get a Kristaps Porzingis understanding you only want 50 games and playoffs out of him. You're not going to get 65 games from Kristaps Porzingis. And I knew that when I was definitely pushing for the Knicks to get him when he was going to be available from the Wizards, but I understand that they didn't because you're only going to get him for 50 games. But when you got 2 prime wings, Brown and Tatum, and then you went and got Jrue Holiday, you only need 50 games of Kristaps. And that was enough for them to win the chip. And then they got rid of him. They let Al Horford walk. That's what happens. Now you're going to see, I'm surprised still though. They still got Brown and Tatum, and again, they running thing again. So the Knicks have a 4-year window. Cat, Brunson, McCall, OG. This is a 4-year window. You still got Deuce. To say Deuce's contract is cheap is an understatement. So you got Deuce. Now, you also got Jordan Clarkson. You got Landry Shamet. The Knicks also set up their team to win within the 4-year Cat window. Cat is the key here. That's why I keep advocating for them to just give him the damn ball. You're paying him a lot of money, and if you want to win, just give him the ball. But anyway, we're still figuring that out. But it's a 4-year window. When he gets his $61 million a year, and I think that's in 2 years, when he gets his $61 million a year, you're going to see something there. They're going to probably move him at that point, okay, or stretch him or whatever. But you got 2 more years. So if they could win a chip this year, then they'll be looking for another one next year, okay, as the defending champion. So they're in the window right now. There's no cap problem that we're worrying about right now. People are trying to create a problem. I don't know why. Maybe they just want to sound smart. I don't know. But there ain't no issue right now. This has all been planned from 2 years ago. Okay, this ain't just like, oh, God, we got an issue. We don't even realize it. Look, they already knew that. They already knew that. Okay, what's up, Bars Farm? Some of y'all got to give them more credit than just what we discover 6 months from now. These guys, they got Brock Aller. They got Brock Aller. Y'all know they got Brock Aller, right? The top capologist in the NBA. So they already figured this out. They already know what they're doing. The Don ain't stupid. The dude's a chess player, y'all. Multi-dimensional. He already know what he got going. You understand? So look, don't worry about no damn cap. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem at all. My grandmother in Jamaica used to say it's not a problem at all. It's not. Okay, we're going to be all right. We may not be able to get Hartenstein. In fact, we probably won't. But it's a shame, though, because Hartenstein, he's going to make somebody very happy. And his wife is going to be very happy when this next contract he would ready to get. Charlotte, if I'm Charlotte, I'm going to get him. Or Philly, I'm going to get him. If I'm one of them teams, I've got my money. Just like the way Worldwide West and the Don targeted Jalen Brunson. Once Dallas did not extend him immediately, and then they came back in January and gave him the same offer of $55 million, which now he's like, no. Once that happened, if you recall, they were at games watching, and we end up losing the 2nd round pick, which whatever. But they were all over Jalen Brunson from that point. Well, if I'm Charlotte or Philly, I'm all over Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm all over the bright skin. I'm all over him, man. Yep, I'm all over bright skin because just like we see what Jalen Brunson has done to the Knicks organization in terms of moving us into championship contention. Bright skin will do that for either Philly or Charlotte. Look at what Charlotte's at right now. Shit, man, please. And look what they would have. They'd have Hartenstein starting, and they have Moussa Diabate coming off their bench. Please, man. Please. That's all I'm saying. So the Knicks may not be able to get him. I saw that last August. Y'all remember I did a special, and I said, listen, the Knicks might be able to get Hartenstein next year. But now I'm seeing Mitch Rob, they got Mitch Rob down to a science. You don't play him back-to-backs. You play him 20 minutes a game. You have him coming off the bench with Mobb Deep, and you good. And look, so we don't need Hartenstein now, but he was going to be available, so somebody going to get very fortunate and get Hartenstein. And I didn't even I hadn't even looked at the Western Conference. I'm just looking at the teams in the East that I was like, oh, hell no. I'm getting him. If I could get him, I'm getting him. And there'll be other teams. I'm sure Orlando made a play at him before he went to OKC. That would be another one. Then you still got the ATL. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But the Knicks won't be able to do that. But we're going to re-sign Mitch Rob. We're going to re-sign Mitch Rob. We're going to re-sign Deuce. Just remember, Deuce's contract runs through the next year, 26, 27. So when Deuce signs an extension, it doesn't take effect next season. Mitch Rob's extension will take effect next season. The only real issue I see going into next year is, and it's not really an issue, is Shamet. That's it. Shamet is your only issue. You're going to have to give Shamet, you're not going to have to give him heavy money, but you got to give him something. I'm thinking you got to give him a little more than a mini mid-level. You got to give him something. You're not going to have to give him $10 million a year, but you're going to have to give him something in the $8 million range. You got to get him that, and that's not a big deal. That's really not a big deal. Jordan Clarkson, you could probably get him back at the vet minimum, especially if you win a championship. You could probably get him back because he's gonna be hungry for another one. You could probably get him back there. So there's really no issue as far as cap issue with the Knicks. Anybody saying that is just wanting clicks. Okay, go ahead, do that. But I don't see no problem. It's not going to be no problem. We good. We good right there. No, the Knicks' only issues is health. Stay healthy. That's it. Mo Diawara is not going to cost you a whole lot of money. He's just not. He's a rookie. He's still going to be on a rookie contract. You ain't got to even worry about him for 2 more years. You understand? The Knicks got his rights. Even if you sign Dink Pate, what you think? He going to get a rookie deal. You're going to get him on a rookie contract. You ain't got to worry about him for 3 years. See? So it's not, there's really no issue. There's really no issue, man. So, Hoop Party. Now, Hoop Party might be a casualty. He might. I don't know. But I will tell you, if you're asking me, if I'm the Knicks, as far as my youngins, the priority is Kumo D and Dink Pate. If I got to lose Ariel Hoop Party, okay. Because why? Because I got Karl Anthony Towns for another 2 seasons. I got Mitchell Robinson probably for another 4 seasons after he signs his extension. So I'm good. Okay. And I got the platoon I need. They're both happy in their position. Mitch Rob has no problem coming off the bench. Some people try to make this issue. Well, he come off the bench. Oh, hell yeah, he come off the bench. He will. Okay. So, and Pacome Daddier, we'd like to keep him. But if we don't, he's next. I would have in order Kumo D, Dink Pate, and then Daddier. That's how I would do it. If I lose Hoop Party, I lose him. And listen, I'm trading Kolek. And I'm not saying that because I think Kolek's a bad player. I'm saying that because Kolek needs to play. And he's not going to play in New York. Okay? That's what I'm saying. You want to be realistic. Kolek is not going to get the minutes that he should get in New York. He's not. So he needs to go to a team where he is going to have a rotation spot. That's fair. And if you're really paying attention, to Don puts his guys in that position. He did it for Obi Toppin. He did it for IQ. He'll put you in the position. He even did it for Yabusele this season. He always puts his guys in a position where they could get a chance to play. Okay. RJ was going to play regardless, right? But I'm talking about not everybody understood that IQ was going to be a starting point guard in this league. I knew he was. I knew he was just a starter coming off the bench. So he just needed to get opportunity. They put him in that position. See? And then Yabusele, same thing. Okay, same thing. So he will put Kolek on a team that he gets an opportunity to be in the rotation. And that's fair, because Kolek to me is too good to be the 4th guard, the 4th point. Because you're talking about now Brunson, Deuce, Alvarado, right? And then Kolek. That's the order. Whether you like it or not, that's the order. Okay. So Kolek deserves to be at least the first point guard off the bench. He just can't do it in New York. Okay. Grimes gonna get his money. Do you realize that when Philly let McCain go to OKC, that was the signal. Grimes is going to get paid. Okay, that was the signal right there, because they couldn't keep Grimes and McCain. And then you got VJ Edgecombe. You're not worried about him right now because you're going to have him for 3 more years as a rookie deal, right? 2 or 3 more seasons, rookie deal. But when they let McCain go to OKC, that was the sign. Oh, they're going to keep Quentin Grimes. He's going to get his money. Okay, and that's just going to happen. Okay, so Kolek is going to get a chance to shine. He's just not going to get that opportunity in New York. It might be in Milwaukee. Could very well be. Okay, Milwaukee's a team. Chicago's another team. Because I really think if you give Kolek a chance, like he's not on Jalen Brunson's level. Obviously, I don't think he's on Deuce McBride's level. Okay, he might be on Alvarado's level, but Alvarado's more experienced. So, but I feel like he can challenge a lot of guys for minutes. You know, you give him a chance. I wouldn't be surprised. Brooklyn might. And look, I'm gonna tell you, Kolek could start for Brooklyn and be very good. I'm gonna tell you right now, Kolek could start for Brooklyn and be very good. Be very good. Yes, he can. Okay, and he can be in the guard rotation in Charlotte. He's not starting over LaMelo, but I'm saying he could be in the guard rotation in Charlotte. He could do that. Okay, so there's some teams, though, he won't fit. Like Washington got too many guards that are very young, very talented. He won't fit there. But there are other teams like Brooklyn, Charlotte, you know, he could fit. He could fit. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised he's still on the team, but I understand it because the Knicks want that depth for this championship run. And I get it. Okay, they want that depth. Okay. It's good to have a guy like Kolek as your 4th guard. What's up, Drew, man? Right? It's good to have a guy like Kolek as your 4th guard. So, you know what I'm saying? So, he's come a long way. The young boy, but he's about ready to play right now. So, he's on this championship. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm saying, so, well, this is the thing. Now, you know you got Darren Fox in San Antonio, and you got Stephen Castle in San Antonio. See, he'd be in a similar problem that he's got now because San Antonio got some guards on that team, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. Houston would be a surprise, a dark horse. And the reason I say that because Houston got the Thompson twin playing point guard. I know the boy is good, but come on, he ain't a point guard. So, you know. Yeah, so Kolek is going to have options, and that just makes the Don get a 2nd-round pick for him. You know, you can get at least 1 2nd-round pick for Tyler Kolek and make this work. I like the Brooklyn idea because we gave a whole bunch of picks to Brooklyn. We could at least get a 2nd back, right? You know what I'm saying? We gave Brooklyn a whole bunch. We can get a 2nd back for Tyler Kolek. Yeah, Van Fleet coming back. That's why they playing Thompson at point guard. But anyway, we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, again, Buddha, OKC and New York are 2 different situations. And I wouldn't compare New York to OKC because they stacked. OKC drafted well and developed their guys. So they went and traded for SGA. But then, look, they drafted Holmgren. They drafted Dort. They drafted both the Williams boys, right? They drafted very well. They drafted they got a whole, like, when you look at their depth, a lot of their guys are home drafted. So you got Dort, Williams, Holmgren, AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, Carson Wallace. All of them are drafted guys. Jalen Williams. And then you went and traded for or signed as free agents Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein, right? And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So they drafted well. The Knicks, really the only 2 guys that's in our rotation that were drafted by the Knicks are Deuce and Mitchell Robinson. Nobody else is drafted. Okay, and now you want to count Mo Diawara. Okay, you got that too. But really, of the starting five, none of them guys were drafted, not by the Knicks, of the starting five. Okay. So, yeah, that's a different scenario than OKC. OKC has at least half of their rotation they developed and drafted themselves. And why is that important? It's not because, they just keep their own guys. It's because of the cost. So you had J-Dub and J. Will on rookie deals. Okay. You had, Mitchell, AJ Mitchell on a rookie deal. You had Dort, all NBA defense, on a rookie deal. That's why, because you don't have to pay him a lot of money. Yeah, Deuce should be playing today, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I know he practiced full practice yesterday, and they got him listed as questionable, but I gotta believe Deuce is gonna play. I gotta believe Deuce is gonna play today. Is Reggie? Yeah, Deuce is back, Coach Hauser. I'm pretty sure. I'm not getting official word, but he definitely practiced yesterday, and he they Begley said for sure he'll be back on this road trip as soon as possibly Sunday, which is today. And I had him coming back on the 21st. And they talked at first of him coming back on April 1st. Looks like they're splitting the difference, and he's coming back today. So, he's questionable, but I think they're going to probably just run him pregame and make sure he's okay, and then bring him on. Yeah. So. Yeah, they bringing Deuce back. Shamet is out today. Shamet is out. They got Shamet listed as out. So Shamet is not playing today. Deuce is. It's cool. Shamet will be back. We're good. We good. We're going to get Shamet back. Jason. I'm sorry, Andrew. Who's that? I'm not sure who that is. We will have a full squad for the playoffs. APAP. All of this is about, getting the playoffs prepared. So they're gonna have a full squad for the playoffs. That's what all this is about, is getting the playoffs prepared. Anthony Black. Oh no, I'm sorry, Andrea. I still don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But yeah, we're going to have a full squad, APAP. That's not a problem. Everything that you're seeing now is preparing to have a full team for the playoffs. The fact that Shaman's not playing today, believe me, they know what they're doing. They're preparing for the playoffs. I like Mike Brown. I always like Mike Brown. I just wasn't sure if he can put a team together that's good from start to finish, or put a team together that will surge at the second half of the season, or put a defensive team together. What helped me is that they hired a defensive coordinator and an offensive coordinator. What also helped me is that he's a collaborator, Mike Brown. So that helped. But he has now shown, I don't know what anybody would have any problem with him now. He's now the Knicks are 48-26. He has shown he knows how to coach this damn team. And he makes adjustments, as you have seen. Since we were talking about earlier this year, give Cat the damn ball. Guess what he did? I told y'all he was overcomplicating Cat. He was overcomplicating it. He made it simple. Just give him the damn ball and get out the way. And then Brunson go off ball. And guess what? We win. Oh, J-Dub, yes. J-Dub is the starter. J. Will is the 6'10" guy coming off the bench. I get that confused all the time, Andrew. Yes, J-Dub is the starter. J. Will comes off the bench. They're both named Jalen Williams. J-Dub is the starter, and J. Will comes off the bench. Yeah. And J-Dub is rough. J. Will is good for what he does coming off the bench at 6'10". He's a 6'10" roughneck. He's like Moussa Diabate in that regard. Yeah. So we'll see. Well, let me see, APAP. If the playoffs was to start today, let's look at the standings. if the playoffs was to start today, the Detroit Pistons would be playing the Orlando Magic. The Boston Celtics would be playing the Philadelphia 76ers, and the New York Knicks would have a 7-game series against the Atlanta Hawks. The Cleveland Cavaliers would have home court advantage against the Toronto Raptors. That's if the playoffs started today and everybody was in their current position. So we would have Atlanta, but that could change because Atlanta is only a half game ahead of Philly and only 2 games ahead of Orlando. And Atlanta is tied with the Raptors. So anything could happen. We still don't know. We could get Toronto. We could get Atlanta. We can get Philly. We can get Orlando. Any of that could happen. So that's where we're at right now. And don't sleep on Charlotte, because right now Charlotte is 39 and 35. They are tied for 9th with Miami and only a half game from the 8th spot. Anything could happen, yo. Anything could happen. Okay? Anything could happen. Yeah, so... but look, I was trying to tell some people that were overreacting to Thursday, as usual. But I'm saying 7-game series in the playoffs is not 1 game in the season. It's a whole different thing. 7-game series in the playoffs is different. Okay, it's just different. You need a whole different set of skills. You need a whole different set of grind. You need a whole different set of toughness in the playoffs. Okay, so. We'll see. Yeah, right, son. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. That's right. I'm with you on that. Ain't worried about none of these people. Now, you gotta respect everybody. They could beat you. But in a 7-game series where you get to just focus on that one team, you get to make adjustments against that one team. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to see what happens. And the Knicks, the Knicks are planning this to have Deuce, Shamet, Mitchell Robinson back. Okay. And I think they probably going to go with Jordan Clarkson in the playoffs as that 4th guy. But we all can understand if they decide to go with Kumo D, because he could guard on the NBA level 1 through 4 right now. So, but the playoffs, again, are a different animal. Well, Coach of the Year is going to be tough, but I would vote for Mazzulla. There is no way I thought Boston would be able to make the run that they have made without Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown had gone to a new level that I didn't think he even had, man. But, I got to give Mazzulla that one. Though, you got to consider a whole bunch of different teams. The Detroit JB, right? You got to give Detroit some love. JB is possible. You got to give Atlanta, who expected Atlanta, they trade the leprechaun and they moving, they doing business. So that, and then of course, the guy that's down there in Charlotte, right? I mean, they all doing business, man. So, but I would be voting for Mazzulla. If it was up to me, it'd be Mazzulla. And of course, Brown did a great job too. Shoot. But we were just in Eastern Conference Finals last year, so it'd be hard for him. Yeah, the evil scientist Snyder, you got to give him a little love too. So, but I would go with Mazzulla. I'd probably go JB Bickerstaff behind him because Detroit is top of the East. Okay, now in the West, there's the San Antonio coach. Of course, there's the OKC coach. They've all done tremendous job. All of those guys have done a great job. And then you got Denver is still in the thick of it. Minnesota, they're all really playing good ball. And then you got to give Los Angeles Lakers some love. JJ Redick, so they a lot of guys, a lot of teams. But if it was up to me, I'd give it would definitely be Mazzulla. I think Mazzulla has done a tremendous job. Yeah, so. Yeah, there's a lot. Put it this way, there's a lot of coaches that deserve consideration, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of them was voted. Diagono there in OKC, again, JB Bickerstaff in Detroit. Yeah, so they got a lot of coaches that deserve consideration. But if you asking me, I'm voting for Joe Mazzulla. There's just no way Boston should be in the thick of it like that. Just getting Tatum back less than a month ago and going the whole year. No Jrue Holiday, no Al Horford, no Kristaps Porzingis, and here they be. That's tremendous job right there on both sides of the ball. And not only that, if you look at the defense, Boston is 2nd in the East in differential. That's a tremendous job right there to me. Tremendous job. So they do. I'd give it to Missoula if it was up to me. I can understand if they went to JB or Diagono. I don't remember the coach name in San Antonio. There's him too. I wouldn't cry about that, but yeah. So it's tremendous. It's a tremendous job that Missoula has done. Both sides of the ball. Young coach too. He's a young dude for a coach. He's a young dude. I don't want to make that prediction, Coach Hauser, but I like our chances. I think the Knicks bring more energy today than they did Thursday. Of course, the Knicks have to play New York Knicks basketball, Mr. Brunson, and Cat needs to be energized and ready to go. And that's the thing. You can never tell the energy level. What's it going to be? Yes, we can still get the second seed. Anything could happen in this last 8 games. Right now, the Knicks, as it stands right now, we're a game and a half behind Boston. Boston is balling, And actually, if you look at it, the Knicks are balling too. 7-3 in their last 10. Boston is 7-3 in their last 10. So anything could happen. Okay, so yes, we could still get the second seed. We're not get. I've been telling you, we're not getting the number 1 seed, but we could get the second seed. So we'll see. Miss Johnson, that's right. Thank you, Miss Lumley. Miss Johnson, that's right. So he can be considerate too. I mean, look, in the 3rd year of the Wembanyama era, you pushing for the top of the West in the 3rd year. Watch San Antonio, man. They started, to me, their rebuild started with Devin Vassell. They got Devin Vassell, then they went and got Stephen Castle. Then they went and got Harper last year, but they had Victor Wembanyama. They've been drafting, y'all. Then they went and traded for De'Aaron Fox. That's how you build a team. They doing it right. San Antonio is one of the poster childs for how do you build a contender? How do you rebuild and get a contender? San Antonio, look at what they do, man. They doing their thing. Yeah, so. Thank you, MC Knicks. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So to answer the question of the brother, which brother said that? The Knicks can still get second in the East. It's still possible. We got Deuce coming back today. I'm really believing that Shamet will be back Tuesday. Who did the Knicks play Tuesday? I think we play Houston. We play Houston Tuesday. So I'm thinking the Knicks getting Deuce back today. I'm thinking we getting Shamet back Tuesday. Now, we're not going to have Mitchell Robinson against Memphis. We'll probably have Mitchell Robinson against Houston. We won't have him against Memphis. Remember, because that's a back-to-back. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we're not going to have Mitchell Robinson on Wednesday. But we should have Deuce and Shamet with Kumo D. And, of course, you're going to get some hook party on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday's back-to-back. So Mitch Rob's not playing Wednesday. You can just figure that right now. He's not going to play. But he's going to play Tuesday. And but right now, y'all, we got to get this dub right here in OKC. We got to get this dub right here. So let's try to get this dub in OKC. Deuce needs to. I'm hoping he's not too rusty. I hate to rush the boy back, but we need him. I just hope he comes off that bench firing them threes like he was doing before he got hurt. You know what I mean? So it'd be nice. It'd be nice. And then you get Malik, what's up, man? Grand Rising, and then you get Mitch Rob and Deuce. Mitch Rob and Deuce together have been dynamite from the first moment they met, man. They've been dynamite from when they got on the court together from the first. So them two dudes are going to be rough. Then you got Kumo D, the tarantula with all them damn arms and mess. And I'm loving the way Jordan JC is balling. West 4th Street doing business now. So, hey, we got a good shot. This ain't going to be easy now. It's OKC we playing, but we got a shot. We got a 50-50 shot. Let me see. I think the odds, of course, favor OKC. I'm pretty sure. They favor OKC, and they should. Let me see what they thinking, though. I think they favor OKC right now. And let me see now. Let me see what they thinking. What was they thinking in terms of? Let me see what's Vegas talking about. Let me see here. Looks like not that I'm betting on the game. Yes. Ooh, they done pushed up 60-40. So they thinking OKC gonna dominate the Knicks today. Ooh, they giving them 8.5 point spread. Wow. Wow. I hope they wrong about that now. Damn. I don't like that, but you disrespecting my crew. Okay. Yeah, you disrespecting my team. I know OKC got the edge, but damn, you know. Yeah, I don't count them draft night trades. Them were done behind the scenes. Everybody already knows what's going on before the draft even takes place. That's why a lot of people was tripping when Grimes was drafted, I think by the Clippers and traded to the Knicks. That was already in place, you know. So it's as good as just saying the Knicks drafted Grimes, and just same thing here. The Knicks drafted Deuce. They were going to get him. It's just a question of the deal. The Don made the deal that worked for us. Praise him. That's how it worked. Yeah. Yeah, BSPN giving us no love, huh? They got 37, almost 38-62 in favor of OKC. Oh, we got getting no love today. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we could do, man. They have to come out the gate guarding that weak side. Y'all noticed, right? I've been telling y'all this for months now. The Knicks got to guard the weak side 3-point shooter. Mr. Hart, Mr. Brunson, Mr. Bridges. You've got to guard weak side 3-point shooter. Oklahoma City is a tremendous 3-point shooting team. They will come out and kill you just like Boston did from the 3-point line. So you got to guard. If they hit tough threes with defenders in their face, I could live with that. I really could live with that. What I don't want is we're too slow on the rotation and all of a sudden they got wide open threes because we're too slow on the rotation. That's what I have a problem with. But they got tremendous shooters on their bench. Isaiah Joe, Jarrett McCain, Kendrick Williams, Jay. They're all 40% or better. You know, Will is 38%. Shea is 38%. I mean, damn. I mean, got to guard that weak side 3-point shooter. Stay home on the weak side 3-point shooter. Okay. Protect the paint. Get in their paint, which is not easy. Oklahoma City is one of the top defensive teams in the NBA. They are one of the top defensive teams in the NBA. Okay, period. End of story. That's how they do business, man. They only giving up. How much they giving up a game? They ain't giving up a whole lot. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They probably got the best differential in the NBA. Let me see. If I'm looking at it here. Yeah, look at this. 11 point per game differential. They only give up 108 a game. They score 119. We need to move the basketball today. You know we need to move the basketball today. Mr. Brunson, don't try to take on Oklahoma City by yourself, son. We need to move that ball today. It needs to move. Okay, we need to move that ball. We need Roadrunner to be Roadrunner, and we need to move the basketball. Give Cat the ball. Get the hell out the way. Okay. You give Cat the ball. Get the hell out the way. Go off ball. Okay, we'll be much better. Defensively. Well, Coach Hauser, I hear what you're saying. He said no SGA bailout calls. Coach Hauser, I'm with you. But you know and I know they're going to give that boy a whole bunch. They're going to give him bailout calls. I'm going to tell you right now, SGA is going to the line at least 10 times today. He's going to the line at least 10 times today. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. He's going to get lots of bailout calls today. What does he average? I bet you he averages at least 9 free throws a game. Let me see. Let me look at this here. He averages, let me see here. Let me shoot. He averages 9 free throws a game. Yes, he's going to get at least 10 against the Knicks. He averages 9 free throws a game. He's going to get 10 against the Knicks. My problem would be if they get like 20 free throws and the Knicks only get 10. That would be a problem. SGA getting bailout calls, that's going to happen. You know that's going to happen. You know that's coming. So, and don't be surprised. I don't know, the refs are going to miss some calls. That's one thing. I got used to it. I understand they're going to miss some calls, but as long as they miss calls on both sides, that's what Tibbs used to always say. And I love the way he would argue without getting the tech. Tibbs knew how not to say the magic word, right? And not get the tech. But he would argue without getting the tech. He would be almost yelling and not getting the tech. He just wanted them to be equal. If they got 15 free throws, we should get around that same amount. Okay? Don't let them have 25 and us have 12. Okay? MVP, that's a tough one. I would say, I don't follow the media on this. I'm going to say it's between Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. See, Cade would be my MVP. But is Cade going to get 65 games, though? That's the problem. If Cade, and I ain't making no exception. They said 65, your ass better play 65 if you want to be considered. So my MVP, if he plays 65 games, is Kade Cunningham. If he plays 65 games. Then I say I like SGA. Jaylen Brown has got to be considered. He has carried the Boston Celtics to the second seed. So Jaylen Brown has got to be considered. So to me, I'm going to say 4 guys. Wemby, Brown, SGA, Kade Cunningham. That's how, and to me, of those 4, Cade, because his team is top in the East. Okay? Top in the East. I would do it that way. If Cade doesn't get, no, not Joker. I'm sorry. I love the Joker. He's an all-time great. But then where's Denver at? Where they at? What's their record? See, you got to tell me you're top of the West. Where you at? I don't want to hear that mess. Joker balling. He's 4th in the East, 4th in the West, 4th. 11 and a half games out. No, he can't get the MVP. Sorry. Next year, maybe. He done got 2 or 3 already. Please. No. Wembanyama, SGA in the West, Kade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown in the East. To me, there's no other. You don't need to be talking about nobody else. Them 4. You're going to mention Joke out of respect, but if you got him winning it, I'm sorry, it's fixed. That's a white boy fix. I'm going to just say it out loud. That's a white boy fix. He cannot win the MVP. He's 4th in the West. Yeah, no. Can't do it. No. Yes, Rich, that's right. Thanks for the $5. Yes, appreciate that. Rich. I'm feeling good too, but I don't want to get too excited because I'm just trying to stay cool here. Listen, man, I ain't gonna front. I kept looking at X last night for what? I just wanted to read where it said Deuce is questionable. Deuce practice. Deuce is questionable. I kept saying, oh my God, I would read it and I would just smile. I was like, I just wanted to hear Deuce is playing. That's all I needed to know. If Spurs catch OKC, well, I'm David Byer. I think you're asking me about Wemby, right? Even if they don't catch OKC, I would consider Wemby. It's the Joker. If the Joker catch OKC, which ain't gonna happen, yeah, all right. I would consider the Joker the MVP, but they ain't doing it. They're 11 and a half games out with 8 games left. They ain't catching. So no, they ain't going. It's Spurs and OKC is running away with the West. Detroit has run away with the East. It's between the Knicks and Boston who's going to be the 2nd, 3rd seed. But Detroit has run away with the East. Oklahoma City and it's like if they're running an 800-meter race, all of a sudden the top runners just already took off and left everybody else, and that's OKC and San Antonio. Yeah, Jabroni's here. And listen, I think Joker is a great player, an all-time great. And I'm not even fronting. He deserved the MVPs he got. Matter of fact, the year Embiid got it, I thought the Joker should have got it. He was better than Embiid that year, but not now. No, I'm sorry. He's a great player. But you're 4th in the West. No. You're 4th in the West. I'm sorry. Okay. You got to recognize SGA, what he's doing again, defending champ. You got to recognize Victor Wembanyama. Without Victor Wembanyama, they might make the playoffs, but they wouldn't be no second in the West. And then you got Jaylen Brown. Nobody, I know I did not expect Boston to be anywhere near the running, but damn Jaylen Brown, man, he has carried that team. He has brought his game to a superstar level that I didn't think he had. I didn't think he could be that level without Tatum on his team. I was wrong. Brown could ball. Okay, there he is. And then, of course, Cade. Cade is what makes Detroit, so you know what, APAP, you might be right about that, but I get you right. I hear what you're saying, because Scotty was just one bad call away from going to the NBA Finals without Jordan. Bad call. That was a bad call. They called somebody on a 3-point shot by Hubert Davis, and that's what lost Scotty that Eastern Conference thing. That was Hubert Davis was taking the three. I didn't think he got fouled. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if y'all remember the play. Hubert Davis was shooting a 3-point shot, and they called a foul. And that's what lost the game. That was it. Okay. It wasn't the Larry Johnson 4-point play was legit. He got fouled on that play. Okay. He got fouled on that play and hit the three. That was legit. But that Hubert Davis shot, I was like, damn, I'm glad we got the call, but I remember that. I didn't think he got fouled, and they called it. So that got us. And I felt bad for Scotty, because I know Scotty was just trying to prove he could win without Jordan, and he would have did it, but that's what it was. Yeah, so that's what it was. But you're right when you say Brown was doing this a Pippen, because Brown has been doing a Pippen. He really has. Damn. That's what I'm saying. So Brown, Cunningham, Wemby, and SGA. There's your 4 candidates to me for MVP. You got to give one of them that. Now, one thing, have they changed it, or do they still announce the MVP before the playoffs? What y'all think? Do they wait before do they announce the MVP at the end of the regular season? Because this is the thing. If San Antonio catches OKC, Wemby's the MVP. Because I don't know if Kade Cunningham has enough games. Kade Cunningham needs 65 games. I don't know if he's going to get it. You see, that's what I'm saying. So that's what's going to stop Cade, because he needs 65 games. And I don't know if he's going to get it. Let me see how many games he got so far. Let me see here. He needs 65. He has played in 61. Damn, he's played in 61. Cade needs 4 games. I don't know if he's going to get it or not, because he may be out into the playoffs. That's a serious injury. He's got the collapsed lung. So he may be out into the playoffs. So he may not get the games. Okay, so if you take Cade out, you're dealing with Brown, Victor, and SGA. Okay. Yeah. So those are my guys that I picked for this year. If you below third in your conference, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. Yeah, Andrew Abraham, you're right. He needs to be more attuned to Stephen Curry than than Kobe Bryant. Yes, he's saying Brunson needs to get the Kobe vibe out of his system. You're right. He needs to be more attuned to Stephen Curry than Kobe. Yes, I agree with you. I don't know, Buddha. Look it up. Let me see. Look it up. It's not hard to see. Let me see. Look it up. It's right here. Let me see. I'm looking on BSPN. I'm gonna tell you right now. What does BSPN tell us here? As far as stats, as far as Karl Anthony Towns, let's see. Let's see. He gets to the line 6 times a game, and he has played in 69 games. So he's probably gone to the line about 400 times, if I had to guess. About 400, I would say. I think about 400, Buddha. About 400 times. Let me look on Basketball Reference. Basketball Reference will tell you the exact number. Let me see. How many times has Karl Anthony Towns gotten to the line? Let's see. This year, let me see. How many times has he? Oh, still didn't tell me the total numbers. They're giving me averages. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, so Karl Anthony Towns been to the line this year 389 times. Yes, he's been to the line so far 389 times this year. He's shooting 86% from the free throw line. He's on pace pretty much to get the average. His average is 435. He's on pace to get that 400. He's going to be in the 400 range. Yeah. Andrew, what'd you say? What's been announced, man? Oh, first and second round. Okay. Because we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, Buddha. He's 389 times in 69 games. He's gotten to the line. About what I thought, 6 a game. He'll be all right, and he'll be over 400 by the time it's all said and done. He should be getting to the line a lot more, but he'd probably be SGA because he gets fouled every time he gets the ball. Cat is getting fouled. They're holding him. They're pulling his jersey. They're scratching him. Every time he gets the ball, he gets fouled. I'm not even lying. If you see every time he gets the ball, it takes some discipline to not argue about that. And I hear him. He is getting fouled every time he goes to the basket, but they ain't calling it, so you got to keep playing. He's learning that. Yeah, so first and second round play. Okay. Yeah, those are the 4 cats. I would be disappointed if they gave it to the Joker. I'd be disappointed. I would. I'd be very disappointed. I don't think he's earned it this year. And he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, Wemby, SGA, Brown, even if Cunningham is not able to get it because he's only played 61 games, okay. But those other 3 cats should be right there in the thick of it. I think you're right, Guilford. Ray X, I just want to say 2 things. Ray X, do y'all see what he said right there? Brunson is a defensive liability because of his size. Brunson is similar to CP3, too small for playoff ball. Y'all know what he just did, right? Y'all know what he just did. Y'all see that? Yeah, right, Andrew. Y'all see that? Did I read that wrong? Or did I say, did y'all see it? Okay. So, Ray, let me help you. Help me help you. No, I am offended. You can't say no offense now. I'm offended. You cannot come in my room and speak against, in any capacity, Jalen Brunson. I don't give a crap what you think about it. Do you understand? I just want to make sure you understand where I'm at. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just erase that comment because I don't even like looking at it. I'm just saying, I don't even like seeing it. Okay, I'm just going to remove the comment. Okay, I'm just getting rid of it. I don't even want to see it. Okay, I'm just saying to you, I don't care what you think. This ain't a democracy. You cannot, like in China, if you spoke against the chairman, you're going to have a problem. Just consider this China. You can't come in here and speak against Jalen Brunson. There's several guys. Y'all know, right? There's several guys. You can't come in here and speak against JB, Cat, Mitch Robb, Deuce. I really don't want to hear it. Just saying. Not the defensive player of the year, Malik, but all NBA defense, 100%. If OG Anunoby is not all NBA defense, something is seriously wrong because there is no way in hell he's not. He's one of the top 5 defenders in the league. I don't know if I would give him defensive player of the year because there's this guy named Wemby He's a real game changer on the defensive end of the floor. I'm just saying. You know who should not get it? Gobert. He's like, they treat Gobert the way the MVP race treats the Joker. He's already always in the running. I'm not saying he's not a great defender, but he ain't no damn defensive player of the year this year. Wemby. I would say Victor Wembanyama is the defensive player of the year, if you're asking me. But Ray, I don't want to hear it, man. Ray, you still, I don't give a crap what you was trying to say. You came out your face wrong. Please drop it. Okay? Please drop it. Okay? Just stop. I'm trying to help you. Help me help you. I don't care what you was trying to say. You came out your face the wrong way. Damn. Some people, man. See, y'all so used to going on X and spilling, all whatever they let you spill. You can't come in here and do that. You can't do that. Not in here. Listen, let me just make sure. Question to the panel. Question to the chat. When you come in my room, do you see the disclaimer? Do you see the disclaimer? I'm just asking. When you come in my room, does the disclaimer appear? Because if it doesn't, I got to do something about that. But do you see the disclaimer? Okay. So the disclaimer does appear. Please read the disclaimer and follow the rules. That's all I ask. I don't think it's too much to ask. See, unlike X and unlike other channels that are based on what the fans want, that is not my channel. I don't care what the fans want. This is for the Knicks and about the Knicks. So you can't speak against the Knicks and come in here. It's like you walking into a Crip neighborhood with blood colors on. What, you want to die? Right. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now, see, Ray, I didn't boot you or anything. I took my time and I said, didn't I? Y'all see it, right? I said, listen, Ray, let me help you. I said, let me help you. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's all I said. And yes, that was it. Okay, so we move on. All right, see, I had the faith in you, Ray. I thought you might. I thought you would get it, and you did. That's all I'm saying. You know what KRS-One said, right? I know y'all know what KRS-One said. I think it was about 89, right? What did KRS-One say? He said, got to heed the warning, boy. You know the rules. You know the rules, right? Better heed the warning. You know the rules. And that's right. Walter White, Coach Haarlow, you must learn. Those two. Heed the warning, you know the rules, and you must learn. That's it. That's it. That's it. Some of y'all know. If you know, you know. You know if you know. So there you go. Listen, man, I'll be honest. I did the Knicks channel for fun. But I really enjoy, and I'm really trying. I ain't fronting. I'm trying. It's almost like I'm an HR dude trying to hire the right fit. So I'm looking for people that are pure Knicks fans that'll ride orange and blue no matter who the coach is, no matter who the team is, regardless. Especially those old heads that's been around 30, 40, 50 years. Because y'all seen bad basketball. You've seen bad management. You've seen bad coaching. We ain't got none of that now. And ain't had it since the Don came and hired Tibbs. We ain't had it. We had a problem possibly with Brown only because Brown inherited a team that Tibbs just took to the ECF. And what did we lose in 6 games last year, y'all? Was it 6 games? I think we lost to last year. We lost to Indiana in 6 or 7. What was it, y'all? I know we lost 2 games at home. It was 6, right? So, yeah. So, okay. So, Brown was coming in off of that. And so, I'll be honest. I'm being real about it. If Tibbs was still the coach at the beginning of this season, I would be expecting Eastern Conference Finals and Finals, period. But okay, we got Brown. I'm with Brown. Brown is coaching the Knicks. Let's do our thing. Okay. And I like what Brown has done in terms of the adjustments. A lot of people were wondering, whining about Tibbs, he don't make adjustments and blah, blah, blah. Well, we cannot say that about Coach Brown. We have seen him make adjustments at halftime. We have seen him make adjustments in game. We have seen him, he has talked about making adjustments to his schemes, which is why he's giving Cat the damn ball now. We've seen it. Okay. He's telling them to move the basketball. We've seen the adjustments on the defensive end of the floor. He has made some nice adjustments. He really has. So, and it's turned out very well for our team. So, in spite of the loss to Charlotte, which I wasn't, if you all saw my video from Thursday morning, you could tell I was a little concerned about Charlotte. Okay. I was concerned. I said, tough one in the Hive, remember? I said that's going to be tough. So I wasn't disappointed when they lost in Charlotte. I thought it might happen, and it did. Okay, so we want our Knicks to win every game, right? But I can't go crazy when I knew they was walking into a tough situation, and they was. So and so here they're walking into a tough situation again for different reasons. Charlotte is, in my opinion, the hottest team in the NBA right now. They just are. LaMelo Ball is another cat that I didn't think would ever. He seemed like he was destined to be in the Anthony Ambulance School for life. And yet, he might be still. But this year, not this year, he ain't been visiting Anthony Ambulance University, really. LaMelo's been healthy this year. They got Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges playing at a high level. And that rookie they drafted, that boy can shoot the daggone lights out. Very rare you see a rookie shoot like that. I mean, a rookie. Second year, third year, rookie? Man. So Canupo could shoot. Then, to me, the biggest surprises was LaMelo Ball being healthy and then Musa Diabate. I thought he had potential, but look, y'all seen it. That boy goes after every loose ball like he owns it. I mean, every one. And if you're not on your game, he's going to get the ball. See? So, yeah. So that's all I'm saying. So now, you playing another tough team, the top of the West right now in OKC. You playing the top of the West right now. That's the class of the West. Now they battling with San Antonio, but right now they got a 2-game lead. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Damn, that's hot as you could get. 9-1 in their last 10. So we walking into, we going in the middle of nowhere down in Oklahoma. Who the hell wants to be in Oklahoma? Nobody's friends, but I don't. Daggone it. So you're going into Oklahoma, cow country. They probably got some good steaks down there. Probably, right? But you're going down in the cow country in Oklahoma, and they 9-1 in their last 10. That crowd's going to be crazy. Them country bumpkins going to be going nuts out there. So the Knicks walking into a hostile environment. Let me tell you, I'm pulling for our team to win just like all of y'all, right? But let me tell you, they win this game tonight, it's a big-ass win. What y'all think? If they win this game tonight under these conditions, it's a big-ass win, man. And I'm glad BSPN is against us. Go ahead, be against us. Let's do this thing, man. I want to see Mr. McBride, baby. Give me McBride off the bench today with Mitchell Robinson there going it. We ready. Organic Fanatic was up. Bendito sean. Te bendito sean. Sí. My brother. But yeah, so the odds are literally against our team today. So don't be surprised if they lost the game. The odds are against them. They're going into Oklahoma City, 9-1 in their last 10. They just getting Deuce McBride back. We don't got Shamet. Okay. I still think we can win the daggone game, though. We can, right? We are capable of winning this game. This is the league, and we have NBA players on our team. So, yes, let's get this dub. This would be a real nice dub if we can get it done. It'd be a real nice dub. That's right. They're going to need 48 minutes of Knicks basketball. The refs got to let them play. They got to play tough, physical today. Physical. Listen, Lou Dort is physical. Jay Will is physical. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, even with the help, is physical. Hartenstein is physical. This is a very physical basketball team that we're playing today. JB's got to get the damn ball up. Don't try to fight with these cats. It's like walking into you're going into a town and you got to fight against 5 guys by yourself. You better be Bruce Lee, Otherwise, you're getting your ass beat, right? So JB's got to move that basketball. Move it. Move the ball, okay? Low turnovers. Move the ball. Give it to Cat. Let's do what we got to do. What y'all think? I really thought, because like in the spirit of the 72 Knicks, you know what they used to say? Hit the open man, hit the hot man, right? Thursday night, I thought they should have got that ball to OG a lot more. OG was shooting the lights out Thursday. Did y'all notice that? I said, why ain't they looking for him? They should be running picks for him. Get him basketball. Because OG was killing. That's another problem I had from the other night. I was like, why aren't they giving OG the ball? He should have had, he should have had 40. Okay. Yeah, all of them. Chet tried to play physical, Lonnie, you right, but his skinny ass ain't physical. They will beat his ass. He coming off hip soreness. That's why he was questionable before today. Hip soreness. Is that right? Yeah, because I was like, why ain't they feeding OG? He's the only one got it going, and he had energy on both sides. To me, it was him and Clarkson that came to play Thursday. Refs wasn't letting Clarkson do his thing, but OG was killing. I think OG had like 4 3-pointers, if I'm not mistaken, Thursday night. Is that correct? I think he did. So I was like, damn, why ain't they giving? He should have 25 shots today. Damn, because I'm like, what the hell, man? But anyway, if he's hot again today, better give that grown-ass man the ball. Because he needs to have the ball, Yeah, OG had 5 3-pointers, man. 5. He only took 10 shots, had 5 3-pointers. We got to do better. Got to do better, y'all. Got to do better. Got to do better. Okay? But OG could play physical. He can play physical. Mitch Rob can play physical. We know Cat can play physical. JB's a physical little dude, too. So we could go for it. And, of course, Deuce is physical, man. We could do business like that if you want to do business like that. And so let's see if the refs let them. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they got a bench. Isaiah Joe, Jared McClain, AJ Mitchell, they got a bench and they can shoot. Those 3 guys, if I'm not mistaken, all of them are over 40% or close to it from the 3-point line. They can come off the bench and kill you. Okay. So yeah. Oh, yeah, 18-7 OG scores, so at least 25, and you say undefeated when he get 30, then we need him to get 30 then. Shoot. Let's do this. And we know already what? There was 25 and 23 and 5 at some point when JB takes less than 20 shots. Come on, JB. Come on, baby. We need you for the 4th quarter, for sure. But first 3 quarters, move that damn ball. Let's get this going, man. They got Ed Malloy tonight. Damn, I don't like him. They got Ed Malloy tonight. Tony Brothers and Ed Malloy, they're both veteran guys, right? But damn, I don't like either. I'm a look. And Tony Brothers seems to be a very nice man, right? I mean, very personable. He really is a nice guy. But damn, we have a hard time when he's reffing. And Ed Malloy, you can just expect every call to go against the Knicks. Now, I don't believe in collecting jerseys, Pep. I don't like the way I look at them. Honestly, I don't like the way I look at them in the jersey. And I ain't paying no exorbitant amount of money for somebody's name to be on my back. I don't know. It's a personal thing. It's just how I am. Yeah, Scott Foster too. You're right, Andrew. It's a shame we know these cats by name. Why? Because of their reputations against us. Oh, you age discrimination, organic fanatic. You age discrimination, Mr. Carry the One. You age discriminate. I'm telling you, Jabroni Z, you ain't lied yet. No me entra te la boca. No. You ain't lied yet. Shoot. He ain't no brother when he. So you sure Ed Malloy doing it tonight? Is that who's refereeing tonight? Damn. Is Ed Malloy tonight? Damn. They're going, y'all sure it's Ed Malloy though? Shoot. I'm just look on and make sure I see this in black and white. Ed Malloy, you gonna be refereeing this game? Oh God, this is gonna be all right, y'all. Listen, man, don't go crazy if they lose the game, okay? If they could win this game tonight, it'll be a big statement win. By the way, side note, how the Mets doing? I know they don't win 2 of 2 against the Pirates. They got to play the Pirates again today, I think, right? I'm liking my Mets. They got to stick good all the way through, though. They usually start fading in daggone July for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, you right, Lon. You right. Man, I opened a bottle of Zen last night. I'm going to be using it today. I'm going to use it as Zen today because Ed Malloy's referencing. I'm trying. No, literally, I try to keep myself calm and not let. If I know a fool like Malloy gonna be referenced, I know we're gonna lose the calls. I'm already gonna say, okay, they're gonna get that call. They're gonna get that call. We got to keep playing. We got to keep balling. Oh, I don't know, Jabroni Z. It might be just me, but there's a couple of sisters that run up and down that floor. I don't care what they call. There's a couple of sisters, man. It's a damn shame. Oh, Dick Bavetta was something else, man. Dick Bavetta was something else. Yep. Is Reggie Miller calling the game today? Oh, shoot. Damn. Is he? He's gotten better. I have to admit. I can't just be flat out hating Reggie. He's gotten a little better. He has. You know who I can't stand, though? Who always is against the Knicks is the Van Gundy. Not Jeff. Stan. I have to put is Stan Van Gundy doing the game today? I hope he's not. I gotta put the mute on Stan Van. First, his voice is annoying. And then he's always against the Knicks. Can't stand it. But no, I have to be fair, Guilford. I understand the hatred of, if you're a longtime Knicks fan, you should understand the hatred of Reggie Miller. Get it. But I have to say he's gotten a little bit better in his analysis, not as anti-Knicks as he used to be. I'm just saying. In fact, I think the last game he favored the Knicks in that game. So really, ooh, Richard Jefferson. Ooh, now that's a bet. I don't like Richard Jefferson. Damn, you like Richard Jefferson better than Reggie? Ooh, that's pretty bad. But Richard Jefferson, RJ, boy, he's annoying. He's one of them guys you want to slap on his bald head. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut up. Oh man. Oh yeah. PJ Carlissimo, I don't mind him because I keep remembering that Sprewell put him in check. So I don't mind him because I'm glad Sprewell choked his ass. So I don't mind him. I said, you learned your lesson, didn't you, boy? You learned your lesson, right? All right, good. I miss Jack Ramsey. I miss him. I love Jack Ramsey when he used to do a game. And of course, there's, to me, the favorite of all time, UB Brown. UB Brown, my favorite commentator of all time is UB Brown, no doubt. Aside from, the Clyde, Mike Bream combination, which I love too. And you know who else does a good job on Knicks games? When Jeff Van Gundy was with Mark Jackson. I like that too. Mark Jackson and Jeff, that was good together. Yeah. Doris Burke too. I like Doris Burke. She's the female version of UB to me. She's got UB vibes on the female side. Yeah, she got UB vibes on the female side. But yeah, the Mike Breen, Walt Frazier, as long as y'all got that, enjoy it. It can't last forever. Happy birthday, Brother Frazier, Mr. Frazier, 81, 81 today. 81, Walt Frazier. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I learned a lot just listening to UB Brown from the time he coached the Knicks in the 80s. And then when he used to do all the televised games, I learned just listening to him, man. Things I didn't know. I was like, wow, what? I didn't. And he would enlighten me to a lot just listening to him. That's a great analyst when you're learning the game by listening to him. Okay. That's UB. Love UB, man. Same with Jack Ramsey. Same thing. Yeah, same thing. You learn the game. You're listening to a master of the game, and that's Marv Albert, the behind biter with the toupee. Yeah, Marv Albert. Yeah. I'm with that. I do have that vibe too, Coach Hauser. I would like the Knicks to win the chip while Clyde is still here. I would like Clyde to be a part of the celebration of the chip, with the Knicks. I would love to see that, man. I would love to see that. Monica probably would, or Jamal Crawford. I heard. Did you hear that, Guilford? I heard maybe Jamal or Monica. Of course, Monica would be a better view, but we'll see. I would love to see the Knicks win while Walt is still with us, man. That'd be beautiful. Yeah, Jamal is good. Jamal is real good. As a commentator, he knows the game. There's no doubt he does. Oh yeah, you think so? Again, you think you like Alan Hahn? I don't know. I grew up on Long Island. He reminds me of too many bad people I met. He just has that vibe. Him and Wally. I just get that Long Island vibe that we used to fight against when I was in school. I know, Malik. I know. Oh, I miss Rebecca. I do miss Rebecca. Rebecca was stylish, man. So stylish and didn't ask dumbass questions. I love Rebecca. Love Rebecca, man. But yeah, it's not Alan's fault. Him and Wally remind me of people I grew up with, a lot of them that I did not like very much. Yeah, Monica does the radio. That's right. So, yeah, Rebecca was tight. I loved her swag. She had a vibe about her I was sad to see her go, and I know she probably got broke off. She dropped the baby for Wally. Wally got deep pockets, and I'm sure she got broke off so she can go start her thing. I get it, but damn, I missed Rebecca, man. I know. Royster said, nah. Oh gosh, man. I don't know the female ref's name, but there's a young Caucasian lady, little butchy looking. She pretty good, but she does some dumbass calls against the Knicks. Then there's another lady. She looked like she might be Cuban. She all right, but there's these two sisters. They could be models if they weren't referees, in my view. They could walk around runway if they weren't referees. I don't care what they call it. Just show it on the TV. Wow, man. Yeah. Wally broke off something. I know he did because she got that money. She started her own company, so. Yeah, I like Rebecca, the way she dressed, hair, whatever. She was like the female Clyde. She would put some stuff together. And the way she stand with the mic, she was New York vibe. She was good, man. East Side. She looked like East Side, upper class New York vibe, like rich family, deep pocket money with a mic in her hand. That's what she looked like to me. Yeah. So. You watching? All right, y'all. Look, man, it's time for me to take my lovely bride to dinner. It's time for me to take her out to one of our favorite spots here in Florida, and then chill, and then come back later and watch our Knicks hopefully do this business tonight. Come out like gangbusters, y'all. Is that Simone jokes? Well, then she. They did right there. The NBA did the right thing. NBA did the right thing for sure, for sure, for sure. But yup, man, please, whatever you do today, be safe. It's a dangerous world. Enjoy the game. Already know they're gonna make some bad calls against the Knicks, especially if Ed Malloy's out there. Don't let it get you. Stay cool. Let's hope the Knicks play Knicks basketball today, because if they do, they can compete with OKC. They can, and they can beat them. So let's see what happens, y'all. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Y'all enjoy the game today. I enjoy the weather in Florida better than DC, but I miss the vibe, the culture in DC. Not DC, Nova, Northern Virginia. DC got its own vibe, but after certain presidents came, it changed from Chocolate City to Rainbow City and kind of lost me with that. But the Nova vibe is a thing. I miss the Nova vibe. The Nova vibe is a thing. I like Nova. I like Nova a lot. Yeah. Get this dub, y'all. That's right. Let's get this dub. Hey, thank you again, James Dobson. And who was the other brother? There was some James Dobson did one, and somebody else did one. Thank y'all for that. Please be safe. Don't let nobody get on your last nerve. You know they try. And enjoy the game today. Hopefully, we'll have something good to talk about tomorrow. Shalom, family. Thank you again, Knicks Nation. Shalom. Hey, I'm looking forward to Memorial Day weekend, bro. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. I miss you. I'm going to see you then. You and sister. We're gonna see y'all then. All right? You're going to be security as you always are. All right. Talk to y'all later.